Hey everybody, I'm going to do some canning today. We're going to do some milk. I enjoy canning. This is something I've done for years. And I know my channel isn't one that's just for canning or whatnot like that. It's more of an outdoor deal, but I wanted to just incorporate some of my other stuff I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing canning, so today I'm going to do milk. And I've got my pressure canner here. I've got 2 inches of water, cold water, already in here waiting. I've got my jars over here. I've already sterilized them. They are now back down to room temperature. They are cold jars. So I am going to just pour the milk in. I'm going to just fill the milk up to where it starts curving into the rim. I'm going to give it about an inch to play with there. So I'm going to fill all of these up. Now I've watched some different videos of people canning and milk, and they use this for cooking purposes. The ones I have watched and seen, they have not, they talk about they don't really drink it. They don't really like the taste, because once you can this, once you process it, it does change the taste. A lot of people will use it, say they use it for in the place of evaporated milk for cooking and stuff like that. But I have canned milk and I actually like the taste. I like how it tastes and everything. So I will be putting this up for storing for cooking purposes, but if I decide I want to drink it, put it in cereal or whatever like that, I am definitely going to use it because I like the taste, of what it does. Like I said, it does change the taste, but I don't mind it. I like it. So I'm going to put the lids. I'm going to wipe this down, the tops down, and I'm going to put the lids on it and get it into my canner. I'm not using vinegar today. I know people use vinegar, and I use vinegar. I hear some say that vinegar will break down the lids and eventually start breaking the seal. I'm not sure about that, but today I'm just going to wipe them with water, and I'm just going to put them on there and put them, finger tight. That's all we're going to do, just finger tight. I've already got all of these cleaned up and ready to go. So to make the process go quicker, then I'm just going to put them in my canner. I don't have to use the lifter because, well, they're cold. So what I want to do, I'm going to turn my heat on, and I'm going to put it on 7, and I'm going to let that warm up. Once it warms up, I'm going to put my top on, and then the way I would do this, I will let it bring up to pressure, and I'll show you that process here in a minute once it gets there. But I'm only here in Idaho. We have to go 15 pounds of pressure. So I will bring it up to the 15 pounds, and as soon as it reaches 15 pounds, I will cut it off, let it cool back down, and that's the process time. So I will let this warm up, and whenever I get to the next step, I will come back on the video and we will continue. so it's come up to temperature, or it's warming up. So I'm going to put this on here now, and there's an arrow here and an arrow on here that on the lid that you put it in and lock it in place. So now it is ready to start building pressure. And as this builds pressure, this here will pop up, and then there'll be a steam start coming out. And so when the steam starts coming out, I'll let the steam go for 10 minutes, then I'll put the weight on there. So whenever this comes up, I'll come back on and show you what this is doing, show you the steam, and show you the next step. Alright, so this took about 30 minutes after I put the lid on. 30 minutes, you can start seeing this steam here, and there'll be some water spattering out of this here. But this little cap will pop up. I was hoping to try to catch it on the screen there, but maybe not. We'll just see how quick it goes. This will pop up. There we go. See, it's moving right there. So the pressure's building, and then that's going to, here in a second, going to pop up. Just like that. Alright, so now it's building pressure inside the container, and it's going to start spewing steam out right here. And that's hot right there coming out, and it'll start spewing steam. So once that starts spewing good enough right there, I'm going to let that go for 10 minutes. And once I go 10 minutes, then I will put my weight on here, and this weight is a 15-pound weight. And I have to have 15 pounds here for Idaho. And so I'll put that on there. And then, like I said, it will build. And as soon as this gets to 15 and starts rocking, I'll immediately shut it off, move it off the heat, and let it cool down. So I'll come back whenever, after this goes 10 minutes, I'll come back and we'll put the weight on it. Alright, so it has been going for a good solid 10 minutes. So I am going to put that on. And I'm going to turn this down. I'm only going to turn it down to 1. I had it on 7. I'm turning it down one number, then I'm going to turn it down to 6. And so it may take, 20 minutes. We'll see. But anyway, once it comes up and this starts to get the pressure, I'll immediately shut it off and slide it off of the heat. And so we'll come back whenever I get to that point. Okay, so it just came up to temperature. It just started rocking. So I'm immediately going to cut it off, and I'm going to slide this off of the heat where it immediately starts cooling down. So when the pressure completely goes down, this drops, and there's no pressure in it, then I'll open it up and take it out. So I will bring you back whenever this pressure completely goes down. I'll bring you back, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so it's been about an hour. Took about an hour. See, the pressure is off. So I'm just going to remove the weight. And make sure you want to open it away from you so you don't get no steam on you. And it's hot. I'll start lifting it out. You already start hearing them popping. We'll just set them over here to the side. Now, after I had put these in the canner and turned the heat on, it took about, I'm going to say it was about 15 minutes for it to get warm enough, and then I put the lid on it, and it took about 30 minutes to come to pressure. and then steam for 10 minutes, and then it took about 10 minutes once I put the weight on there. It took about 10 minutes to come to pressure there. And as soon as it started, as soon as it got the pressure and started jiggling, then I cut it off. I moved it off of the heat because I've got a glass top here and I didn't want to leave it there and set it on the heat. So I turned the heat off and moved it over. And so it took about an hour for it to come down to pressure where I could take everything out. So like I said, this is good to put up for cooking, for drinking. Like I said, some people don't drink it. They didn't like the taste. I do. So in any case, this is how I canned it, and hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like and subscribe. Thank you.